From the AFRTS News Center in Washington, this is the 2-Minute Report. On this edition, tax credit. The Internal Revenue Service made changes to the Earned Income Tax Credit program that took effect this past January. Those changes could add up to about $1,500 more in some service members' paychecks this year. Military members may qualify for the tax credit if they have at least one dependent child and if they expect their earned income this year will be below $29,000. Under the old law, some non-taxable entitlements were counted when calculating earned income, but military tax officials say that's no longer the case.
This year, Congress is only going to make you count the money that is included in your taxable income, so your basic allowance for housing, basic allowance for subsistence, and even your combat zone tax excluded pay will not count towards the cap to qualify for the earned income credit.
He says this will allow more service members to qualify for the tax credit and receive more money in their paychecks each month.
Your total pay for the year can be advanced up to $1,500. So that's more than $100 a month you could receive if you qualify for the advanced earned income credit.
And he says if you receive the tax credit advance this year, it won't affect your income tax return for 2002.
As long as you have continued to qualify for the advanced earned income credit, the fact that you took it won't affect your refund at all. It just means that the government paid you your refund, so to speak, in advance.
Colonel Emsweiler says you'll need to fill out IRS Form W-5, which you can get from your finance office or retrieve online from the IRS website. There's also more information there about the Earned Income Tax Credit Program. That's the 2-Minute Report. From Washington, I'm Petty Officer Quinn Litton.
You know what I'm going to do this weekend? I'm going to stop by AFRTS and check out all the new outdoor living stuff. It's that time of year again, you know. Yep, Saturdays working on the lawn, Sundays barbecuing. Oh yeah. We're just spending the whole weekend relaxing around the yard. Yeah, I think I'll get out back, turn over the soil, and plant a couple of rows of corn. Yeehaw!
Best friends, best prices, guaranteed. Best friends, best prices, guaranteed.
75 stitches, every bone in her face broken, her life shattered. Could you forgive the man who brutally beat you and left you to die? 11 years later, one of my favorite guests returns. Next, Oprah.
Some like it hot, some like it hard. Some like it hot, some like it hard.
USER's Commanding General Montgomery C. Meigs on force protection.
We are going to have to continue to be just as vigilant today as we were on September 12th. That's going to take a lot of patience and hard work. And I need everyone in the command always to be aware and looking for something that doesn't make sense, that's abnormal, that shows that somebody who isn't authorized or is strange is taking an interest in what we're doing. When you see that, report it.
The USER Automation Training Program is now online. Go to www.uatp.hquser.army.mil to sign up for free training on numerous Microsoft Core courses like Word, PowerPoint, Excel, Access, or Internet Explorer. Signing up and getting computer training has never been faster or easier. USER Automation Services providing information technology training and certification to the warfighter.
Joe Hamilton. Life is ever-changing. From one year to the next, your family can change. Your responsibilities can change. And chances are, some changes could affect arrangements you've made to provide for your family. That's why it's so important to set aside time once a year to review your will. Then, if any revisions need to be made, your legal office can help. Change is a part of life. And as your life changes, so should your will.
www.navier.navy.mil. Whether you're new to life in the Navy or about to retire, on duty or enjoying liberty, you'll find information that applies to you and your life on the U.S. Naval Forces Europe website. Log on and get the facts on bases and installations, ports of call, employment, education, Navy news, and more. www.navier.navy.mil, bringing pertinent information to sailors, Marines, and their families.
Looking for a job this summer? Check out the 2002 Summer Hire Program. Work in an office.
Or outdoors.
Log on to the Charmer website.
That's www.charm.hquuser.mil. Check it out!
Sponsoring your family. This is my house, this is my dog Trixie, and here's my dad.
Hope you got the Family Center package we sent. If you have any questions, just call.
Say hi, Mom. She's sending some stuff about our town. And as far as things to do around...
When the whole family joins in the sponsorship program, another whole family benefits.
Dad's up next. He's going to show you the base.
Sponsorship works best when it's a family project.
Look at this hit on this
In the April issue of Airman magazine, deployments are nothing new for the 106th Rescue Wing. But after September 11th, these New Yorkers deployed with a renewed sense of duty. April's Airman magazine. Look into it now.
During the Korean War, the F-9F Panther was the first Navy jet to see combat. It was the Navy's first jet to shoot down enemy aircraft, a Yak-9 and a MiG-15. And it was first in the Navy to fly an air-to-ground bombing attack. Delivered to the Navy in 1949, the F-9F was specifically designed for carrier operations, and it quickly proved itself in combat. The Panther represented the majority of Navy aircraft, and it was the backbone of air-to-ground attack capability. Fighting men on the ground could depend on the Panther for close air support, a relatively new tactic in air warfare. The Panther excelled at this job. The F-9F Panther, a groundbreaking Navy fighter of the Korean War.
Save a place for me. Save a space for me.
Don't make us choose. Please support the United Negro College Fund.
She's a free spirit.
Everybody's so picky.
He's a conservative Harvard attorney.
I gotta be in court in half an hour.
Together, they're Dharma and Greg.
Do you believe this?
7 p.m. AFN Thursdays.
In the next 15 minutes, a crisis will begin, another will end. Storms will rise, skies will clear. Fortunes made and lost. Where do you stand? In the next 15 minutes, CNN Headline News. Real news, real fast.
People love to exercise. Even in the coldest places, you can find people working out. But if you're moving from a cold climate to a warm one, it's important to start slowly and gradually increase your physical activity until your body can acclimate to the warmer temperatures. Eating foods high in potassium can help. Get used to the heat and avoid heat injuries.
Before you plan your next vacation in Europe, make sure to pick up the Thursday edition of the Stars and Stripes. Inside, you'll find the Stripes travel section filled with tips and lots of useful travel information. The Stripes travel section, your guide to adventure.
A rose is a beautiful flower, but it's also very delicate, a lot like our lives.
Just like rain and sun is to this flower, so is prayer to our souls. Remember, life is fragile. We need to handle it with prayer.
Rock of Ages. 8:05 to 10 Sunday mornings on the Power Network. Attention gun enthusiasts. Visit the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms website to download forms needed to import your firearms back to the States. For a complete set of rules and regulations, just go to the ATF web address on your screen.
As she was approaching my vehicle, she had her fist ready.
Was it road rage?
She punched me right in my face. He hit me 3 times in the back of my head. Blood was all over my car.
Or an outraged mom?
She was speeding. She almost hit my son.
You were furious!
Did these parents take justice into their own hands?
After they assaulted you, they just took off?
They took off.
You're lucky you weren't arrested.
Next Judge Judy.
I don't know why you weren't arrested. I would have arrested you.
Judge Judy, AFN Monday.